We have all heard stories of towns where Navy bases or military bases have closed or factories have closed. And I think that the people of Winter Harbor and this peninsula were a little terrified when we found out that the Navy was leaving.
I became town manager in 1999. And at that time, I'd been working with Scudic Futures, which was an informal group that got together to try to figure out what to do with the base. And Mr. Dixon offered his services, or Mr. and Mrs. Dixon, actually. They were a team.
From the very beginning, the Dixons were extremely supportive to virtually anything that went on here. The success of this facility became extremely important to the Dixons. And if it was important to the Dixons, it was important to the Goldsteins.
They were always first to answer the call. Their legacy of caring and giving has made such a difference to Winter Harbor.
The Dixons have been amazingly generous to Acadia National Park. They are truly some of the park's best friends. They are an example for all of us to follow about public service, about serving our communities, about caring for these really important institutions like Scudic Institute and Acadia National Park.
Thanks to the leadership of the Dixons, Scudic Institute has grown and now plays an outsized role in conservation. Our climate change adaptation approaches that we are applying and refining here in Acadia National Park are being applied not just across the U.S. National Park system, but also internationally by protected area managers as far away as Australia. At our center, our campus here at Scudic Point, we're engaging the next generation of conservation champions through fellowships and internships, working with leading scientists, managers, educators, and communicators.
Well, the benefit of having early career positions and programs in place is that we are the forefront and really bringing up the next generation of conservation leaders. The first time I came to Scudic, it was part of a class with the University of Maine, and I fell in love with the landscape, as many people do. And when I saw the job posting come out close to my graduation date, I applied and was super hopeful, and then very grateful that they continued to support my position into a pandemic year, because my first year with Scudic was the summer of 2020. I've evolved into the coordinator role, which I now manage the team that I used to be on. We offer positions that support scientific research, environmental education, and science communication. And anyone who works with us doesn't stay in any one of those silos. It is through the support of families like the Dixons that we're able to offer meaningful and high-quality early career experiences.
We are currently employing 27 year-round people, and these are positions that provide benefits for our staff, health insurance, retirement benefits, and other things which were very important for the Dixons for people to receive. And then during our summer season, our roster of employees expands to almost 100 people with our seasonal positions.
Personally, I'm thrilled to have an opportunity to work in the field that I have committed my career to, which is hospitality, tourism, and I'm able to do that because of the generosity of the Dixons and other folks in our area who were very committed and forward-thinking. Each year now, we welcome nearly 100 groups to campus, from middle school students to kayakers and artists and nonprofits and other organizations that want to convene here. And we would not be able to do that. We would not have this space to offer, and I would not have this amazing job if it wasn't for their foresight and generosity.
What I saw in Mrs. Dixon is that she believed deeply in her community. As part of that, she saw both the value and the power and the joy in bringing students to Scudic Institute even as sixth graders, as seventh graders, as high school students, they are real scientists contributing to our understanding of the land, the water, the changes that are happening here. And that's an experience that can never be replicated in a classroom. Science is so much more than learning from a textbook and answering questions at the end of the chapter. Science is about discovery, it's about exploring and bringing students here and allowing them the freedom and the joy, but also the structure of learning on the landscape is just unparalleled.
It will take the new emerging generation of conservation leaders the next 25 plus years to address climate change. And we have an opportunity and an obligation to continue the work and the legacy of the Dixon family.
Acadia National Park, by its very nature, is a philanthropic park. The park was created by generous people who had the foresight to imagine a park like this. And Edith Dixon and Fitz Dixon have really followed in the legacy of the park's founders, being important philanthropists for this place to make it what it is today.
All of us can work to carry on their legacy by continuing to support the work at Schoodic, the research that's being done there, and by thinking about how we can strengthen the communities that we live in.
There's a huge opportunity for this organization and this facility to become much bigger, much more important, and to attract many more people to come. We owe so much to the Dixons for doing what they did, but this is just the beginning of something that is extremely important